Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel on this final video of 2021. If you have been watching my channel for the past year, then you know that I create content about everything to do with university life, nursing school, and international student experiences. And if you're still not subscribed, subscribe down below, so you can wish me a happy new year as a new subscriber. And if this is your first time stumbling on my channel, I hope you also consider subscribing to this channel and you can join us on this wonderful journey as I enter my fourth year into 2022. So in this video, I'm going to be, walking down memory lane with you over the top moments of 2021 for myself and also for this channel, and then also some lessons that I've learned in 2021 that I'm taking into 2022. Take time to reflect on the year that we've had, and I hope this video will prompt some self-reflection so that we get into 2022 all powered up, because I know this is a season of reflection, New Year's resolutions, planning for the future, and I'm just hoping to set you on the right path. So without wasting much time, let us go into 2021 highlights. So the first thing I'm proud of from 2021 that I actually achieved my goal on is getting into the best shape of my life. I mean, it probably is not the best shape of my life, but at this moment, I'm extremely happy with where I am. I had a lot of injuries. I got COVID twice. There were lazy days, there were days when I was tired, but I stayed consistent and I'm very happy with where I am. So I am super proud of that journey, and definitely it's going to be a journey I'm continuing into, because when you're physically fit, you're mentally fit. And in in nursing and in university in general, those spheres of your life definitely need to be on point, because yeah, nursing will push you physically and mentally, and both need to be strong. So I'm very proud of myself regarding that goal. So if you're looking into starting fitness and you're wanting to get your life together, I definitely highly suggest that you get started. Small steps. I started with running. I think majority of 2020 I was just running, and then I got an injury beginning of 2021, so the running sort of stopped a bit, and then I got into weight training. Like, it does wonders, guys. You'll be looking all snatched, summer body all year round. So I'm very proud of that. The second thing that I'm very proud of was I turned 21. You never take turning older lightly. The older you get, the wiser you get, as I say. So I was very excited. I mean, 21 is a milestone age, and I didn't do anything major. Just spend time with family, celebrating the good life that I have. You're being presented the key of life when you turn 21 and that sort of thing. So I can't wait to see what 2022 has in store for me. And for me, it's so nice that my birthday correlates with the year. So, there's always improvement with each new year that comes and rolls around. The third thing is I got to deliver my first baby, and obviously many more babies after that. But definitely nursing this year has been the most amazing year. Like, I love babies, I love pregnant women. Everything to do with all that has just, it's been an awesome year. I definitely enjoyed the whole process of caring for a pregnant woman. Another thing is I got to experience night shift for the first time ever this year. We were actually supposed to do it last year in my second year, but because of COVID, things had to be shifted forward. So that was definitely a new experience. I'm an early bird. I love mornings. I thrive in the morning. So it was definitely interesting to see the whole transition into night shift. And over the past couple of months, I've definitely gotten used to it. I've had more night shifts than I thought I would have. And it's not as bad as, I made it out to be in the beginning, but I still don't like it.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it at all. And it's terrible.
Like, it's not my thing. I just don't think I function as well at night. But I've just been really proud of myself into that whole transition of really hating it and being okay with it. And sometimes you're going to experience a lot of things in life, and mostly in nursing school, university, that you don't like. There's just that one module that you're just gonna hate with a passion. But just being able to power through it and actually excelling in it, I think that is the greatest accomplishment you can actually ever prove to yourself. It just shows that you can go through difficult times and still come out on top, even if you don't like it. We've got the strength, and we gotta use those skills to just power through. And the last thing that I was very excited about this year was this channel turned a year. When it actually happened, I didn't realize it until when I was doing the reflection for this year. I was like, wait, I've actually been on YouTube for a year. So I was very excited about that. We've definitely grown as a family. We are at 685 subscribers now and over 25,000 views on this channel. So I'm immensely, immensely grateful for all the support that you guys have shown on this channel. And I'm really excited to see what 2022 has in store for us. Can we at least get to 1,000 subscribers by like March? Come on, guys. I'm definitely grateful, and I'm so excited for all the videos that are upcoming in this coming year. There's going to be a lot of collaborations. You're gonna be seeing a lot of new faces on this channel. We might have a few lives here, so we can interact more, at a real time and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited for what this channel has in store for us. So from me to you, I thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me thus far. I can't wait to take you into my 4th year when we eventually graduate in December 2022. God willing, obviously. I really hope that you will stick around for the long one. So now we're going to move into the lessons I've learned from this year. I specifically chose 12, and it correlates with each different month and what each month taught me. So I really hope that you also take the time to reflect on what the year has taught you, and can bring lessons into the following year. And definitely comment down below and share with me some of the lessons that you realized this year. It can be major things, it can be small things, but let's interact and teach one another what we have learned in this year. So starting with January. January was an interesting time in my not university life, but definitely content creation wise, because I started this channel in November 2020, and during that time we weren't working because of COVID and all of that jazz. So I had a lot of free time on my hands. Not that nursing allowed a lot of free time, but we were not having placements. So all that extra time that we had, I had classes and then I'd have extra time. So I could pump out content like crazy. I could shoot videos, like 2-3 videos in 1 week. Then January came and we were going to work now. I was working night shift. During the day, I'm sleeping. So the whole juggling of trying to balance both, nursing school now, like the actual real part of it with placement included, and content creation was definitely a lot. So January definitely taught me that I need to start strong and create systems that work. So for me, systems included, I had to make sure that all my videos for the month, which is 4 videos since I release one video every Friday at 12 p.m. South African time. I had to make sure that I had all those 4 videos scripted by the beginning of the month. So the rest of the month, I literally can just sit, record, and keep it pushing. And if I had all 4 of those videos scripted in one sitting, like today, I can record 2 videos so that I know the video for this week and the following week is done already. So the following week when I'm recording for the rest of the month, and I can also start scripting for the next month and that sort of thing. So definitely creating those systems that you make your life easier for the rest of the year is very important. So please look at your routines, look at the habits, look at the things and the goals that you want to achieve this year, and find a way to create a system. My system is pretty much just a routine, things that you do in anticipation of what's going to happen in the future. So if you can create systems that will make your life easier, trust me, the year will go smoothly. So in January, we make New Year's resolutions, and then by the time it's Feb, we actually realize the impact of the decisions and the goals that we made. So in January, I made a lot of goals and things that I wanted to achieve. And when it comes to goal setting, I've got such a high standard when it comes to where I want my life to be. And sometimes I can oversell myself when it comes to making goals. So in February, it really hit me that I actually was trying to do too much too quickly. So in February, I was trying to create a lot of content for Instagram, and on Instagram you need to be posting like constantly for it to grow. I was also trying to manage YouTube. I'm making video every week, and a video, it consists of a lot of things. The recording itself, a video that's 20 minutes can take me an hour to record. Then there's the editing of it, then there's the thumbnail, then there's the research to make sure that it trends, I guess, or people can actually find this video and it actually does well. So there's a lot that comes into that. And also, in addition to that, I was part of the Emerging Leaders program, which is a weekly program that I had, training young students to be leaders. There's different skills that we're learning and stuff like that. In addition to that, I was also a tutor, I was a student assistant. There was just a whole lot of side things that I was doing in addition to being a full-time student, that I actually realized that I was overselling myself. And another thing I realized was that I was saying yes to a lot of commitments that I probably shouldn't have taken on. So something that I learned from a podcast by Jay Shetty is that if an opportunity strikes you, or a task or an event and whatever, if your answer is not hell yeah, I want to do it, or I want to go, then the answer is most probably no. And I realized that I'm such a use people pleaser. I want people to depend on me. Come to Silly because she will help you. And I ended up taking on a lot more things that I shouldn't have. And so definitely learning to say no is definitely going to be a big thing in 2022 for me. So this year I'm definitely toning down the goals and just having a few main focuses. So this year I want to graduate. Well, 2022 I want to graduate. So I definitely need to just put my head down and focus on graduating. So I'm focusing more on my academics and just reeling it in when it comes to content creation. So YouTube definitely once a week, that will stay, but on Instagram I don't think I'll be doing as much because it requires a lot of work from my side that I don't think I will have as much in 2022. So if I do miss a video on YouTube, please do forgive me. I am trying to graduate. I promise after graduation, I think life will become a lot easier since, I feel like when you're working, it's easier, but you never know. So, just in case it does happen, I've definitely created a system that I think will work for me to record and have a video out every Friday. But if it doesn't, just know that my academics this year taking full force. I mean, they always are, but I think this year, because of the mistakes I realized in 2021, 2022 just has to be a bit stronger. So yeah, definitely February taught me not to do too much. And then March came around and it taught me that disappointments will come, but you just gotta keep pushing. So in March, there was a scholarship that I had applied for and I got it. Paperwork was being processed. They're wanting to know what funding I need, the cost and all of those things that are involved in that. And then it didn't pull through. Something happened. The organization just went quiet. They didn't tell me what happened. If you call, we will let you know. So I was really bummed. I was very, very disappointed because I was really putting high hopes in that bursary and it was really going to help immensely. I mean, we're international students. We all know the struggles that come with it. You just have to keep it pushing and it's going to happen, whether it's something small, like, failing a test, or it's a major thing like this, but it's not the end of the world and you just gotta keep it pushing. April, I learned that enjoy the little moments and the little things that come with life. So in April, I was in the middle of my community placement. So I was working a lot with communities, with clinics. So like with a module called community something, guys, I've forgotten, it was like early this year. So we were dealing with an not an organization, a community. We were in for Santa Crow, we're trying to sort out the mobile clinic that they have for it to be more functional. There was just a lot of things we were trying to do for that community. And also the clinic that I was working with, they created like a mobile clinic for a nearby town that they were servicing because that town didn't have a clinic. So every Tuesday would go to this community, provide them with services. They'd be so excited when we came. So I absolutely loved that. And then there were also some other projects that were happening. Like there was a time, there was a theme called Caring for the Carers. We were providing services for those door to door health carers that go to communities and help old age people, people that have got chronic illnesses, teaching them about their health, providing them with medication and that sort of thing. So we were, giving back to them because they were caring for our communities. So that part, it reignited my love for the community because I was highly involved in community projects when I was in high school. And then university rolled around and I wasn't as involved in it because like I could barely find time to go to these events. And when the events were happening, most of the time I was working and stuff like that. So having it being incorporated in my school was just amazing and I loved it. So this year, when I say this year, I mean 2022. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more things that I enjoy doing and definitely getting more involved in community projects. I don't know how it's gonna work with my schedule because I know fourth year it's definitely a lot. The students that just recently graduated were definitely saying that fourth year is crazy, but I'm just hoping that at least every 6 months or every 3 months I'm getting involved in some community project. And then May taught me not to take life too seriously. I'm always on the grind because I constantly have a lot of things to do. When it's not school, it's content creation. If it's not content creation, it's my side hustles. And, amongst all those things, there were a lot of things happening. There were a lot of disappointments that are coming. There was a test that I failed. Don't tell my mother. I mean, she watches the channel, so hey, mom. And then there was just a lot of things that were not coming together as I thought they would, and I realized that sometimes my emotions can swing in very big extremes. So, like, if there's a project that's coming up, I will fantasize about it. Like, I would think it's the it project. Like, the whole world has to know about it, and then when it comes to disappointments, I think that it's the end of the world. And I just had to realize that, it's not the end of the world when bad things happen. And sometimes I just need to really back in a bit when it comes to big projects and just not to take myself too seriously. Sometimes just relax, take time to relax because I'm constantly working and I don't always have time to rest. So definitely not taking myself seriously and just taking a chill pill sometimes. And then June came around, exam time and all that jazz. June taught me that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. This is a disclaimer for this point. This is not me bragging about my capabilities, but I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. So naturally, I understand things. Like in class, I can sit, the teacher says something, and I get it, and life moves on. But sometimes there's modules that just come around and they're like, nope, we're gonna show you flames. So there was one particular module that came around, and I thought, I would get it and life moves on. And then I'll do a test. It doesn't go as well as I thought it would. And then also exams came around and I thought I'd be okay. And I did pretty good, but not as well as I know I could have because I sort of took a relaxed thing. I'm just like, oh, come on, I got this. So definitely I guess you can say I became too proud of my capabilities that I didn't work as hard as I should have. So that's why I'm definitely saying in fourth year, my academics need to be put on the front pedestal because I might have slacked a bit in third year. I passed, I did well, but not as well as I know I should have. And for me, I'm all about excellence. Like it has to be top notch or it's not happening at all. So I'm happy with the marks that I got, but I know I definitely could have done better. So I'm definitely going back on that grind and reaching those top marks. Then July came around. It was my birthday. I don't know. It seems always on my birthday. There's always like a light bulb moment for me. There's a lot of creative things that come to mind. So I had an idea. The idea, okay, actually I might as well tell you because it's going to come up in February on this channel. So I get a lot of questions about university applications, and at my university I've also worked as a student assistant. So I've worked with a lot of applications and helping people and that sort of thing. So I'm actually going to be starting to offer a university application consultation service where people come to me, I help with your application and that whole process. Definitely more details will follow beginning of Feb, when applications are going to be starting to be opening and stuff. So if you'd be interested, I will definitely leave my details down below if you want to be on the waiting list, if you're going to be applying in 2022 for the year 2023. What I realized is I wanted that project to come to fruition in 2021, but I also had a lot of things that were also happening. So definitely that July I was a mess because I'm trying to get this project up and running, but also my attention is on school, content creation, and all of that jazz. So it definitely taught me that baby steps, I don't have to do everything all at once. It doesn't have to happen immediately. I can just take it slow, plan it properly so that when it eventually comes out, it's proper. In 2021, I had a goal that by my birthday in July, I was going to have 1,000 subscribers, but I didn't have those 1,000 subscribers by July. So in August, there was a bit of a jump in the number of subscribers. So I was excited, but I was also disappointed at the same time because the goal hadn't happened. So August definitely taught me to focus on the 1,000 true fans theory and to get out of the abantu bazotini syndrome. So the 1,000 true fans theory says that for any business, for any content creation thing, for just anything in general, for it to be successful, you just need 1,000 true subscribers or 1,000 true fans. So, for example, if I'm to come out with a merchandise, a t-shirt of some sort and that sort of thing, and I say the t-shirt is going to cost 100 rand, and my 1,000 true fans buy it, that's 100,000 rand that I've gotten just because from that 1,000 rand. And as content creators, at times we try to cater for everyone. We want the whole world to see what we're doing, but sometimes we just need to focus on the 1,000 true fans, or even if it's 10 at at that moment, but just focusing on the people that mainly focus on you and doing and providing a service for those that actually support you, because you can cater for everyone and people subscribe, but they don't interact as well with you. They don't support you as much as you want them to. So I just definitely had to put on the mind shift that I've got people that support me. There's people that comment all the time on my channel, and I'm eternally grateful for you guys for that support. So I just had to teach myself to just focus on the people that actually want me to win and not focus on trying to get the numbers, because it's not everything in life. And then the why do people say syndrome kicked in when, especially on Instagram, where you're pushing out content but it's not getting the interaction that you wanted to, or you do a YouTube video and it doesn't go as well as it should, or I do YouTube video, I get an idea, but then I back out on it because I'm like, why do people say, and that sort of thing. And I also realized that there's a lot more people that support you than those that don't. So it was definitely a month of a mind shift of this whole content creation, and stop focusing on, what do people say? Do what you want to do. Like, I started this channel because I'm passionate about educating people. And, I love this philosophy that you're only a couple chapters ahead of someone, and you can leave a few notes for the people that are coming behind you. And that is the whole point of this channel. I am moving forward into my nursing education in university in life, and there's people that are coming after me that I can teach something. So it was definitely about stop worrying about what people will say. There's people that are coming behind you that love what you do, that are walking in the same path or a similar path, and are interested and love hearing your content. And you just gotta cater for them, and everyone else doesn't matter. And then September came around. I don't really remember much what happened in September, but like from the pictures that I was looking through, I was just, I don't know, it was a click of what was emotionally happening behind it. So September taught me to take stock of my emotions. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a people pleaser in some contexts. Yeah, in some contexts. And as a result, at times I will focus more on how I'm making other people feel. Are they happy? How are they feeling about certain things? And I focus more on the emotions than my own. So there was a lot of things that were happening during the course of the year, and I would react negatively to certain people, to certain things that I said, to certain situations. And I just said, I'm just like, okay, what's happening? Why am I reacting this way? And I actually realized that there's a lot of things that had happened, but I just let it, pass me, and I'd focus more on the emotions and what they wanted and not necessarily what I wanted. So definitely September taught me to just sometimes focus on how I'm feeling about a certain situation and not necessarily what everyone else thinks. Because at the end of the day, my mental health matters more than someone else's. I'm responsible for my own health and not everyone else's. October, focus on your own journey. So your 20s are a very interesting age to be in. I know I'm only like in the first year of my 20s, but I feel like I've gone through a lot in those few years that I've had. And in your 20s, there's a lot of changes that are happening. You're changing friends, you're changing universities, courses, what you're doing, you're questioning a lot of decisions that you have made. And as a result, there's a lot of comparison that happens. Maybe it's just me, but I just felt it this year where, you're seeing classmates, there's certain things that are happening in their life, or you're seeing people that are just slightly older than you, and life just seems to be popping for them and stuff like that. And you sort of come to this comparison like, okay, so what am I doing with my life if so and so is making it in life and they're doing these things and all of that jazz. So I just had to learn to focus on my own journey, because where I am, there's someone else who also hopes to be in the position that I am. And I just had to realize that yeah, there was a quote that I saw that we need to stop focusing on, you need to stop comparing your behind the scenes with someone's highlight reel. And it's very, especially when it comes to social media, because on social media everyone shows you the final product, and they don't show you the behind the scenes, or they show you things that have been years into coming to be, and it just happened to be this year where they announced it. So it definitely, I had to just change my mind shift when it comes to that, and just focus on what I'm doing and keep it pushing and focus on my own journey. Things that I want for my life, they will come eventually. There's a lot of things that I've been wishing for that came true this year, and I just have to keep it pushing, because sometimes our own timelines aren't according to God's timeline, and we just gotta keep trusting him, and things will eventually work out. So definitely don't compare your behind the scenes with someone's highlight reel. November came around. I think towards November, we are planning for December, what's gonna be happening on the holidays. And there was a lot of realizations that certain friends are only for certain purposes. And I think I'd been trying too much to make my friends be involved in everything about my life, but they don't necessarily understand. So I have certain friends that understand what I do YouTube wise, social media wise. We click, we can talk for hours regarding that. But when it comes to nursing, they have no idea what I'm talking about. They're not interested. It's not in their being. And there's friends that I have for nursing wise, we rant about, nursing school, the calendars, the schedule, and all of that, but they don't necessarily understand what happens according to YouTube or my personal life. Then there's friends that are just there for my personal life, and they don't understand the rest. And there's some friends that, somewhat understand every bit and part of your everyday life. So I just had to understand that not all my friends have to be involved in all aspects of my life. And there's just friends that are for a certain period, or for a certain season, or for a certain part of your life, and not everything. And I also realized that I mustn't be cheap when it comes to those that I surround myself with, because we all know the quote that you're the sum of the people that you surround yourself with. And if you want to make it in life, elevate in life, you can't be using cheap goods to get to that part of your life. So this year I've definitely realized some friends need to be let go. Is that proper English? Some friends just need to be released. We had a good run. There's no bad blood. We don't have to talk every day. We don't have to force a friendship. But just realizing that, you served me well in a certain part of my life, but not anymore. And it's going to happen, especially when you go to university. For those of you that are starting university next year, this is just something I should warn you about. It might not happen immediately, but eventually university definitely highlights a lot about your personality, about who you are. It allows you to grow as a person. And as a result, who you grow to be is not necessarily what your friends will grow to be. Some friends can make it work, but some you definitely be going in different directions, and sometimes you might forget who you are trying to please your friends, and sometimes you just have to let them go so that you can focus on your own journey. So definitely in November there was a lot of that happening, and it was a combination of a lot of things that are happening during the year. And in November I just decided to create a clean slate and just make a list of my true friends and just be okay with that. You don't have to have 5 million friends for you to be okay. Just those few friends that you go to, and they support you 100% in everything that you do. That's all you need. And then December came around. It was definitely an interesting time. So December we finished exams, I finished placement, I had a lot of free time. I had a week where I just dedicated to having fun. I was having the time of my life. I definitely enjoyed that part of my life. And then I got COVID for the second time this year, 2021. And I was just like, what is happening? So I just realized that, and I realized that both times that I got COVID, I was doing a lot. Like I was just grinding and I was not resting. And both times that I got COVID, it was just as like a smack in the face, like, girl, you need to get your life together and just rest, because I was burnt out, I was exhausted. So I just realized that both times, I think it was a sign that I just needed to take a chill pill and just relax, because both times I got it, I was out for a week. I could not do anything. I was just in bed. I was being treated like a queen that I am. I'm too excited for this video, to be honest. Anyway, and now we're back on the grind. I'm well, I'm much better and all of that. There's constantly a lot of things that I need to be doing. Like I have school, then I've got YouTube, then I've got side hustles that I do, because you need that money. Being a broke student is not my life. I can't. Yeah, and there's a lot of things that you need to buy anyway in university. And yeah, you need to have those funds coming together and stuff like that. So the sacrifices that you need to make, but also you need to make the sacrifice to just take the time to rest and relax. So I really hope you guys learned something from this video, and you would take something that you have learned and use it in 2022. And if you have any other lessons that you learned in 2021, wow, in 2021, definitely comment down below. I'd be interested to see what you guys learned, and I hope you can use this video as a prompt to self-reflect on what has happened over the course of the year, so that you can move forward into the new year refreshed, because you can never excel in the following year if you're not learning the mistakes that you've done in 2021. You're just going to be compounding on those mistakes that you've made. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week Friday, where I'll be talking about how I plan for a new school year and how I use this video of the whole self-reflection to plan better for the following year. So I hope you will join me on that video next week Friday at 12 p.m. South African time. And if you still have not subscribed, come on, join the family so you can have fun with us in 2022. Until next week, bye guys. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and we'll have a happy new year. Cue the fireworks.